All of this fresh snow, the city of Grand Rapids has new tools to clear the roads faster. And Storm Teammates Ellen Baca rode along with one of the city plows to see it in action today. And she's live right now in Grand Rapids. Hi, Ellen.
Hey, Sue. Yes, two tools. But before we get to that, I do want to show you something really quickly. We have a break of blue sky here in Grand Rapids. That just shows you how variable the conditions are right now between those heavy snow bands and those spots that are in between the snow bands. Absolutely fascinating. All right, onto the two tools that we saw. The first one is a sidearm we told you about an hour ago, right here on Wood TV 8. And the second is a technique called wetting the salt. And the city of Grand Rapids is wetting this salt. It speeds up melting time, and it also reduces the amount of salt needed to be put on the roads. West Michigan plow drivers are used to rough schedules.
You know, it's just like a dog chasing his tail. You're just constantly going around and around trying to keep your route cleaned up the best as you can.
But this year, the city is using a few new tools to help their drivers work smarter, not harder. The first is a sidearm on the right-hand side of the trucks.
We've added wing plows to 6 of our units so the trucks can clear a lane and a half at a time rather than a single lane. I would advise motorists to watch out for those. Sometimes they're hard to see and you do not want to drive over one of those.
Down into here in the spinner chute.
The second is a trick more than a tool. The city is now wetting their salt. Before it falls, it first gets sprayed. This quick spritz of liquid sodium chloride activates the salt before it even hits the ground. This melts snow faster, and it means the trucks don't have to put down as much salt.
Yeah, your pounds per lane mile drops quite a bit. You use less salt because it's activated before it hits the ground versus putting it on the ground waiting for it to activate.
Plow drivers are hoping it makes for better plowing days this year than last year.
This is about a 6-7 week stretch before we had a day off. It was a long period of time.
Was some of that over the holidays?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Christmas, New Year's, you know, that whole stretch was really busy.
And while this wetting the salt technique is new for the city of Grand Rapids, a lot of areas around Grand Rapids have been using this technique for a couple of years. The reason why the city has just now implemented this is because it was finally in the budget. But whenever or wherever you live in West Michigan, there are things that we can do to help out plow drivers on our own. And coming up in just a few minutes, we'll break it down. We'll detail it for you and let you know what you can do to help these plow drivers. Guys?
All right.